Ya Ishike Doshidane, Ikeha Konkano Yagi, but Hinson, Shea, Desiree Ballerin Chia, Doka Aya, Page High School District, Ulta, it's an HG Aya, meeting. Thank you again, each and every one of you, for attending the Page High School District Governing Board meeting tonight. I appreciate your presence here. And we're going to go ahead and get this meeting started at 5:04 p.m. Board members, can we get a roll call, please?
Mike Mangum. Chuck Weiss.
Sonia Kidman. Desiree Ballard. Amy Karen Manford.
Bryce Anderson, Superintendent.
Thank you. Moving along to item B, Pledge of Allegiance, I would like to call up Sheridan Ballard and also Acacia Williams to do the Pledge of Allegiance, to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
There's a mic right on the floor.
Kaya asa dingo betha izogi bedanat a shishnali go benaja arisne hala ajo bata sihasin ye harit e kayat asa anet e at arine ye harizin benachik e ajo bapati li bedahinita. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, ladies. Audience and members of the board, could you please join us in a moment of silence? Thank you. Item D, approval of agenda. Do we have a motion to approve the agenda? Make a motion to approve the agenda. Is there a second?
I'll say.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion was made by D, second by Mike. Motion passes with 5 votes. Item 2, announcement and comments. At the moment, we do not have any blue cards, so we're going to go ahead and move along to item 3, which is our special business. First on the agenda, we're doing things a little bit different, but I would like to be more so inclusive and include our students, and we hope to have more of our students present to the board and in the future. So first on the agenda for item A is going to be a presentation from Navajo Language and Unity Club students regarding the spring conference.
Hi, so I came here today to talk to you guys that will be hosting a spring conference in the gymnasium April 30th. It has to do about, we're bringing awareness to domestic violence, and we're tying it with the traditional piece. There will also be dances, traditional songs, and presentations.
There will also be other people talking about water rights and spreading awareness of things that need to take awareness throughout our Navajo Nation communities, and a lot of other good information that needs to be passed on.
So it's like to bring us together. So does anyone have any questions?
Ladies, Denise, you'll be asking the board if they have any questions on the audience.
Oh, sorry. I've never been to a board meeting.
Do we have any questions from the board? Superintendent, do you have any questions?
I just appreciate you taking the initiative to provide this opportunity and training to those in our community. So thank you for your work on this.
Thank you for coming. All right, so our board members did receive a copy of the flyer, but I must say, I'm happy to see Joe Wright here and then also Jody Tate as well, because they're going to also take partnership with the conference as well. So just kind of collaborating on what the ladies have to say. This is an awareness for child abuse and domestic violence, and planting the seed of awareness is their theme for this conference. So I look forward to seeing wonderful things happening from the conference, and I hope that we get a large number of audience to participate and help us out with this. And looks like also for admission, it is a donation, monetary donation, and also a canned food to go to the student support services. All right, thank you. Or Mr. Begay, did you want to add anything?
I have some extra copies here. I'll just leave them up here on the podium here.
You can put them on that back table there.
Okay, all right.
Appreciate it, thank you.
I'm proud of these wonderful students, my Navajo 4 language students, my Navajo 3 language students. And they have strived, and they've done a lot for not just the community, but also for the Navajo Nation. So something to be proud of. It's throwing a giving back to the community, basically, is what it is. And also involving other entities such as behavioral health to Navajo Nation, council delegates to the Navajo Nation Behavioral and Health Department, as well as other people from the community, which we're still waiting for confirmation, comedians and so on. So it should be a fun-filled event and also an educational event at the same time. If there's any questions, get a hold of me, contact me. My email is on those flyers. And my name is Carlos Begay. Look at the national year, the net country, the West Chain, the look I, the Shish Khan, so the National. This is Jim Landi, other easy, not shadow, can plan the Shiran. Quag ate the Nebza, though the Nebna can do the never be his own, shut ball, cotton, the yard, it don't hear education to them. And thank you very much.
Thank you.
Do you have any questions of me?
Board members, do you have any questions? Nope, no additional questions from us. Thank you very much for the presentation. Yes, you're welcome. All right, moving along to item B, recognition of PUSD Employee of the Month, Sandra Kidman.
Okay, it gives me great pleasure to represent our employees of the month, one of my favorite items for every regular board meeting. We're going to start with Mariah DeJelly. Okay, Mariah was nominated by 3 different people, so I took the liberty of a little bit condensing it because some of the things were duplicated, so I get to shower you with praise today. Mariah deserves a nomination as Pride Employee of the Month. She has been great in the field of human resources. She objectively demonstrates what and how HR works and functions. She's knowledgeable, kind, humble, and approachable no matter what your concern is. She always finds time to solve or settle the problem or situation. She has been a great help to me as a new employee of the Page Unified School District. She was guiding me all throughout the process of preparing, organizing, and submitting my paperwork for employment, and helped me anytime I was confused or needed verifications connected to my employment. And she always has time and always exerts efforts to get everything done. She has been my voice when I have concerns regarding my employment and would always provide me with the answers to my questions, and is consistently showing great quality. She is also knowledgeable and approachable to the needs of teachers, and she arranges for support and makes time for processing our papers efficiently, extending her time to help us beyond the call of duty, as she is a great resource, especially for J1 teachers. So congratulations. Okay, all right. And then our certified employee of the month is Judith Casterline. Is she here? No, not here. Okay, I'm just gonna read real quickly. She was nominated by Eileen Reardon. Judith came to Page High School in August of 2020 under utmost difficult conditions to provide special education services to our incoming freshmen with disabilities. She came in as a team player and is always willing to lend a hand when someone is in need. She works with our most behaviorally challenged students at Page High School and approaches her job with well-guided practices, compassion, and patience. These are the qualities that our students need the most. Judith ensures that accommodations, modifications, and service times are all provided for IEP students in order to give them the best possible support during high school. She has stepped forward and volunteered to attend the leadership team meetings as a representative of the ESS department. This position has been vacant for 2 years. She is determined to give a voice to the special education department as important school-wide decisions are being made. She works weekends, nights, and holidays. I hope she gets a little time off. Staying committed to the compliance of our special education reporting, documentation, and service times. She is unstoppable, and it is my privilege to work and learn from Judith Casterline on a daily basis. Congratulations.
Thank you, Sandra. Moving along to item C, recognition of PUSD Student of the Month. Do we have someone from Page Preschool here? No one? Okay. So our student of the month from Page Preschool is going to be Mariah Robinson. The teacher nominating Kristen Keesley. Mariah Robinson is consistently encouraging to her peers. When a student in our class has feeling hectic to pick their job of the day at circle time, she told them, you can do it, and you did a great job. After her kind words, the class followed suit with words of encouragement and a round of applause. She helps make the classroom environment positive with her easy smile, and she always quick to laugh. She makes others feel good about themselves, and we are lucky to have her bright spirit in our class. Congratulations, and we do have a certificate for her and a bag. Our student of the month, Lakeview Primary School. Do we have the principal here?
Hello, I did not see Jaden Ryan, but I just want to make sure I didn't miss him sneaking in. Okay. The Lakeview Primary Student of the Month is Jaden Ryan Yellowhorse. Jaden will be recognized for showing his pride behavior. He has been showing his kindness towards his friends. He apologizes and corrects himself when he makes a mistake. He loves to play with his friends and will help a friend in need. He has come a long way with his social skills, and because of all of his hard work in the classroom, he will be receiving this recognition. Sharing is caring, and always choose kind. Miss Erica.
Page Middle School. I did see our principal, oh, there she is.
Thank you. Page Middle School Student of the Month is Angel Etsy. I didn't see her as I came in either. She is a sixth grade student. She was nominated by Miss Apora, her language arts teacher. Angel Etsy has a super personality. She is always smiling, has a positive attitude towards her peers and teachers, and brightens the room each day. Being polite is just part of who she is and how she treats others. Angel comes to class ready to learn and actively participates in class while giving her best effort on work. Daily, she does what she needs to do and can work independently most of the time. She never hesitates to ask for help when she needs it and is always willing to help others. She is a friend to all. It has been a true pleasure to have Angel in my class.
And Page High School.
Page High School Student of the Month is Mackenzie Olson. Mackenzie, come on up, please. And you can see her family has taken up an entire row to come and show support. You were nominated by Mr. Miles Beam, and here's what he had to say. Mackenzie has been my best student all year and has the most genial and gentle personality. Prompt and meticulous is how I would describe her assignments. She finished the first semester in English 12 with a 104% grade and is on track to beat that high number for semester 2. She always participates in class, which is not the easiest thing to do at 8 o'clock in the morning. Before she leaves, she always says thank you. Mackenzie will be leaving for college in July. I know she will be a successful college student and will have a very meaningful and successful life. Mackenzie cares about getting a quality education. She is a student who I and other teachers genuinely appreciate having in class. By the way, she is a sensational tenor saxophone player and a bit of an artist too. I hope this review of Mackenzie shows her high level of intelligence and sophistication. Congratulations, Mackenzie.
We didn't get the information in time to print your certificate, but we'll get it to you, I promise. All right, thank you so much and congratulations. We slacked off on our agenda. Apologize about that. All right, we did skip Page, not Page, Desert View Intermediate. Why do I keep looking at you?
Hello, thank you. I have Ms. Iverson here, and so I'm going to invite her up so she can read her nomination for First Student of the Month.
This month's Student of the Month is Mason Hurley. Mason, come on up. Mason comes to school every day happy and excited to be here. He is a kind and compassionate classmate who is always friendly to his peers. Mason is always looking out for his classmates and willing to help in any way that he can. Even when things are tough, Mason always perseveres and tries his hardest. Thank you, Mason, for being an awesome classmate and always trying your best.
Mason, I do apologize. I slacked off as your board president here and I didn't get your certificate, but we will get it to you, okay? Thank you, I appreciate your understanding. Manson Mesa High School.
The Student of the Month for Manson Mesa High School is Isaiah Jump, nominated by Olivia Benali. And she says, Isaiah displayed a type of determination that should be recognized. He put forth an incredible amount of effort to complete his graduation requirements for high school. During days that he would struggle with motivation, he would overcome the feeling by taking time to give himself self-care. either by participating in our restorative practice circles or by asking for SEL group. Isaiah helped other students through verbal encouragement or celebrating other students' accomplishments. I appreciate Isaiah for all of his positive contributions. Good job, Isaiah. The student of the month for Sage and Sand is Kenneth Walker. Do we have Kenneth here tonight? Okay. He was nominated by Celine Henderson. Kenneth is consistent. He is online, on time, regularly, and always adds to the conversation. He will help remind his peers of what they should be doing when they have questions during independent work time. Recently, he needed a replacement Chromebook, and while technology was working on it, he was still logging in every day. Then when he got his computer back, he immediately emailed me with questions to make sure he could get logged back into everything to get going again on his work. Kenneth is finding his groove online, and it shows in his determination and consistency. Good job, Kenneth.
Thank you again. And congratulations to each of our Student of the Month. And we are grateful that you are a part of the Page Unified School District, and also to the parents and grandparents that are currently here. Thank you again. And to our teachers and our administration, thank you for all the hard work that you do on a daily basis. I know it's not the easiest, but you all do an amazing job. Thank you. Item D, recognition of and approval of donation made to the district. A donation of $201 value in books from Tiffany Taylor, 1,700 checks for Sando baseball. I'm sorry, before you leave, I forgot to mention, make sure that we get pictures of our Student of the Month and our Teacher of the Month as well. I think he's out there. Okay, all right, just want to make sure you're getting photos. Sorry, back to $1,700 cash or check for Sand Devil baseball. Do we have a motion?
Okay, make a motion to accept the two contributions that was made. And it's very rewarding because these go to the Word Cause for enrichment for our students.
Do we have a second?
I second.
Is that you, Chuck? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion was made by Deej, second by Chuck. Motion carries with 5 votes. And item 4, executive session. Call for executive session pursuant to ARS 38-431.03. A1, the governing board may convene in executive session to introduce Lee Guthrie to the board. Do we have a motion? I make the first motion. Do we have a second? All in favor say aye. Aye. Motion was made by myself, Desiree, second by Dee. Motion carries with 5 votes. We like to ask everyone to please excuse yourself out to the lobby there. We are going to go ahead and return at 7:03 from our break. Item 5, reports, governing board reports. We're going to go ahead and start off with Mike.
I don't have anything.
I just want to mention how well our student athletes have been doing this school year. They've been doing really well, middle school, high school, basketball, and now just getting into baseball and track and field was pretty awesome last week. The announcer was pretty good. Yeah, Mark. Good job. But no, that was a really good track and field. Just watching the kids participate, and, doing their best, to excel and being a good athlete. So I just wanted to bring it up, and I also want to thank all our teachers again, and administrators, staff, principals for their hard work and efforts this school year. Thank you again.
A reminder, can we have somebody turn down the volume?
Technology.
That's your IT guy.
Your IT guys fix it.
It's feedback.
Okay. I'm so sorry. I don't have anything, thank you. Dee?
Yeah, I had an exciting time Saturday afternoon with the sandstorm. I was a dedicated school board member watching our girls play Wonder Rock. And my husband and I left probably the 7th inning, and we couldn't stand that sand. It was in my eyes. I couldn't see anymore. So we left, but we kind of were wandering around trying to find out who won, because we left when Woodrow was 2 and the Page girls 2. But we found out Monday morning that the girls made another run, so kudos to the softball team and those that were there. Thank you very much. They did very well.
So awesome. I only have one thing that I participated in. I'm pretty sure there is more, but all I can think of is one. I did get a chance to get invited, and this is just really strange how that happened, but it was through work that I got invited to attend a committee meeting on trauma. So one thing led to the next, and all of a sudden, I was invited to be a part of the Canyonland grant writing, or grant. They're proposing a grant through Canyonland. So luckily it was my day off, and there I was at my son's doctor's appointment on a Zoom call. So that all worked out great. And I am looking forward to hearing from Jody and her presentation to the board. So I am very thrilled, and it was good because I think this is everything that we have been talking about here as board members, and also addressing our concerns and really pushing back and not pushing back, but pushing forward and really starting to open the school back up to partnershiping with the community and having more community involvement. So that's a plus. And just the spring conference that's coming up as well too. And that is all I have. Wow. Superintendent report.
President Fowler, members of the governing board had an opportunity to spend a good portion of the day over at Lakeview yesterday with their step up. It was phenomenal. Seeing those preschoolers come off that bus and excited down the bus ramp into the school. The other thing is the way some of our teachers dress, just amazing in terms of making it a fun and exciting environment for those kids to be in. It was just really an absolutely wonderful experience. I've had an opportunity to walk each of the Lakeview, Desert View, H Middle School, have had a chance to get into classrooms over the past 2 weeks. I got, Rhonda gave a tremendous tour, allowed me to fully understand what is housed under the roof of the middle school, because every time I go there, I seem to get lost. But I guess there is a code if you know what color locker you're looking at. And then the other piece that I would share and is I would like to introduce Barbara Shields. Barbara Shields has been selected as the executive assistant to the superintendent and governing board. It has been trial by fire, but we are working through that transition. And I just want to welcome Barb and I look forward to having you serve the board and working with you.
All right, thank you. Chuck, thank you for the reminder. I just remembered. Can I add one thing to my board report? I know we're past it, but I just want to say one of our very own students has been very adamant about me visiting her classroom. So I kept, everywhere that I went, she was like, when are you going to come to my class? All right, lady, I will be there the next day off that I have. So today was that day. Thank you for allowing me to be in your classroom and fun stuff that they were having discussion about. So it was pretty neat. I really appreciate that time. Item 7, governing board consent agenda. Okay. Do we have a motion?
I make a motion to accept the consent agenda.
Second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, motion was made by Dee, second by Chuck. Motion carries with 5 votes, and I'd like to ask Sandra to read the public content.
Well, actually, pass that.
Oh, shucks. All right, can we redo our vote? I'm sorry, I did skip the spot, or Mrs. Steph there. We're gonna,
It's fine since everybody voted on it already.
all right. Moving along to item 8, calendar of events. Board members, I believe we all have a copy of the calendar of events. Does anybody have any input, questions, concerns? Nothing? All right, we'll go ahead and move on to item 9, additional agenda items. Item A, authorize superintendent to act on behalf of the district to enter into finalized participation in new path grant partnership agreement. Board members can give a motion.
I make a motion to authorize superintendent to act on behalf of the district into the final participation in the new path grant partnership.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, Chuck. All those in, no, we don't vote yet. That's it. All right, Jody, the floor is yours.
Come on, vote now, you can.
Thanks for having me here today. For those who don't know me, I'm Jody Tate. I'm the Population Health Director for Canyonlands. So I focus on increasing access to care and helping to address health inequities in our community and helping to make sure that patients and families have access to the care that they need. And that kind of brings me to where we're at proposing this, having the superintendent have authorization to sign into this agreement. Canyonlands is proposing a grant that is partnering with Encompass, Kaibito Behavioral Health, and Banner Hospital, along with the Page Unified School District, to create greater access to care for youth and their families who are dealing with behavioral health and substance use disorders. I'm sure that a lot of parents in either this room or anyone that has kids knows that this is becoming a growing problem among our teens, and especially since COVID. There's a lot of uptick in anxieties and in not knowing how to deal with depression and stress, and a lot of times kids, because, they're not bad kids, they just don't know how to deal with that, and so they're turning to substances to deal with that. And we want to create a better mechanism through the schools of coordinating that care. There used to be someone that was identified through Encompass that would coordinate that care, and that no longer is currently happening, but we want to see that, bring that back, where we will have a behavioral health case manager that would work with the school and along with all of the different partnerships to coordinate that care. So if a teacher or a sports coach has a youth that they see as maybe struggling or having some problems, that there's a clear path for that referral. With that, we would like to see, we would provide funding and access to trainings for coaches and for teachers that would help them to identify trauma, and help them to also identify what's called ACEs, which is adverse childhood experiences, that help to identify those traumas in children, as well as mental health first aid, be able to help these adults identify if someone's in crisis. And then once they identify that, us as the healthcare providers, and with the use of our nurse practitioner and our case manager, would help to provide services for that youth and their family. We are wanting to propose peer support groups where kids can go to the school, or after school programs where they can receive training to become a youth peer support, as well as family support groups. The city has signed on and will be providing this training for their officers as well. So we want to make sure that when kids are struggling, that the first mechanism of treatment is not to put them in jail or to have that adverse punishment, but instead to turn them to services that can help really empower that child and their family to make better choices and to take better control of their mental and emotional health. So I kind of leave that up to you guys for if you have any questions about what this is going to look like. One last thing that I will say is it will be a consortium, is how that will work. And so we would have someone from the Page Unified School District that would be identified by the superintendent that would come to those monthly meetings to help inform decisions that we're making as a board. So it's not us dictating to you, it's a collaborative effort of all the partners deciding how best to treat how best to treat youth and the struggles that they're facing. And we will also, I failed to mention, Kaibato Behavioral Health will be providing a traditional practitioner that will help bring cultural awareness to our behavioral health providers, as well as in the schools, to make sure that we're addressing these things in a culturally appropriate way. And our behavioral health director at Canyonlands is a member of the Navajo Nation, and is a huge advocate for making sure that when we are speaking with youth and their families, that we're doing it in a way that is best for that family and the culture that they are in, and not missing that point of their care. So I think that this is something that is greatly needed in our community, and we have the whole city and the whole community on board, and we really want this to be a community effort, not just a segmented piece. We want Page youth and families to be healthier and happier and to have more fulfilling lives, and we believe that this will give us those steps to get there. So if there's any questions or comments.
Board members, do you have any questions at the moment? John?
How is this going to be implemented?
So a lot of that will be decided by the consortium. The work plan has kind of some of the activities that we are proposing that we wrote into the grant. There is funding that has been written in for Page Unified School District. And that is, I believe we put in, it was $50,000 that first year and $55,000 for each subsequent year to help fund after school programs, or if there's needs for hiring additional staff. Now there is additional funding in the grant to move that around if we see that the need is greater. We just kind of had to go make some guesses of what that budget needed to look like. But that's flexible, and especially as the program grows, if we're seeing a greater need for the school to have more funding, that's something that we can always move around in the budget narrative. That is always allowed. But it will be implemented based on what the consortium decides, so that activities are going to be set in the work plan using evidence-based models But we will get together as the school district and all the healthcare partners decide how that needs to look and how best to look so that we're successful. So it will kind of be up to that consortium after we get funded, and that funding would happen in September.
Do you have any questions?
No, I don't.
Mike? Sandra? Okay. You did mention that you would have one person from the school district to participate in the meeting. Can I make a suggestion that we have one person from each site, building site, attend so that it is more so
I think that would be up to,
just out of curiosity.
President Fowler, members of the governing board, I've had an opportunity to review the agreement, and it appears that the commitment of each of the entities engaged in this is to provide one point of contact for the district. But I certainly think in terms of sharing information, providing input, those types of things, absolutely very accurate. But
Yes.
that one point of contact would be somebody for each entity to work with.
yeah, and it will be, the consortiums will not be in an open forum, but there would always be ability to, if there was absences or if there was someone that was, the agendas would be set beforehand, so we could always send additional people if that was needed.
And President Fowler, members of the governing board, if I can just share it, I had a great meeting with Ms. Tate to talk about this opportunity and just to really highlight the significance of this issue. I have met on behavioral health and have yet, I believe, another meeting with an entity on either tomorrow or Thursday on another potential grant opportunity through Coconino County Superintendent's Office. This is a significant issue, and it provides needed training and a pathway for our staff. And the other component of that is the life skills piece. We have a lot of there's a lot of need out there that's been demonstrated through the data we've already collected through dealing with issues this year through the district.
I just wanted to make a compliment. I do appreciate that we had a lot of folks involved from Encompass, Kaipito Behavioral Health Services, and then also I think Penny was there and Mr. Barnes as well too from the district. And even having Banner involved and also Lake Powell Medical Center, I think that's a great start and just starting that foundation of what is needed to help our youth in our community. And it's just not so far, based here in Page, but it's also including Kaipito as well too. And I mean, I just appreciate that atmosphere and it's good. Yes, thank you.
I might be a little bit misunderstanding as far as how this is gonna work. So is it gonna also be where you'd be promoting awareness or teaching?
Yeah, we will have an awareness component of that. We want to break down the stigma of mental health and emotional well-being. So there'll be, we'll have marketing is built into the grant, and that will also be directed based on what the consortium members vote on and decide is the most culturally and community appropriate for how to disseminate that information. But we are going to build awareness and try and just help families out.
Thank you. Board members, do you have any more questions? All right. Superintendent, do you have any additional comments, questions? No? All right.
Thank you, guys.
All right, so board members, we have a motion made by Dee, second by Chuck. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries with 5 votes. And you'll keep us informed, correct?
Yes.
Thank you. Item B, superintendent's recommendation for 2022 through 2023 Director of Talent Management. Superintendent, do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Do we have a second? Superintendent Anderson?
President Fowler, members of the governing board, if I may have some discretion in just kind of talking to items B through H, as I have had enough.
Let's stick with B first, sorry, because it is an action item.
Correct. Questions?
So your recommendation is yep, Nancy Warner. Okay. Board members, do you have any questions? None? All right. Motion was made by Mike, second by Dee. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, sorry. Motion carries with 5 votes. Item C, superintendent's recommendation for 2022 through 2023 Lakeview Primary Principal Brian Henderson, motion.
I make a motion to approve Mr. the position.
I'll
second.
Superintendent Anderson,
Happy to answer any questions.
your recommendation is, okay, never mind. Normally we get some more information, but okay. Board members, do you have any questions?
Nope.
All right. Motion was made by Dee, second by Sandra. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries with 5 votes. Item D, superintendent's recommendation for 2022 through 2023 Lakeview Primary Assistant Principal, Wanda Burton. Do we have a motion?
Make a motion to recommend Wanda Burton as the Lakeview principal, assistant principal.
Second,
I'll second.
Superintendent Anderson, do you have any additional comments? Board members, do you have any comments? No? Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion was made by Dee, second by Sandra. Motion carries with 5 votes. Item E, superintendent's recommendation for 2022 through 2023 Page Middle School Principal Alyssa Covington. Do we have a motion?
Make a motion to select Alicia Covington to superintendent for hire for 2022-23 for middle school.
Do we have a second? Superintendent Anderson, do you have any additional comments? Board members, do you have any comments?
No.
Okay. Motion was made by Dee, second by Sandra. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries with 5 votes. Item F, superintendent's recommendation for 2022 through 2023 Page Middle School Assistant Principal, Kevin Anderson. Do we have a motion?
Make a motion to accept Kevin's appointment for assistant principal for Page Middle School for 2022-23.
Second that motion.
Superintendent Anderson, do you have any additional comments? Board members, do you have any comments, concerns? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion was made by Dee, second by Sandra. Motion carries with 5 votes. Item G, superintendent's recommendation for 2022 through 2023 Page High School Principal, Lee Gunther. Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
I'll
Second. Motion was made by Mike, second by Sandra. You're welcome. Superintendent Anderson, do you have any additional comments?
Nothing to add at this time.
Board members, do you have any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion was made by Mike, second by Sandra. Motion carries with 5 votes. Item H, superintendent's recommendation for 2022-2023 Page High School Assistant Principal, Teresa Robbins. Do we have a motion?
Recommend approval of superintendent's recommendation and hire Teresa Robin as the assistant principal of Page High School. Second.
Superintendent Anderson, do you have any comments? Board members, do you have any comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
For the record, I would like to nay that vote, or for my vote. Motion carries with 4 votes and 1 nay. Motion carries. Item I, job description, behavior intervention. Okay, so do we have a motion for this one?
I have a question.
Yes.
Can we lump those all together, or do we have to go through them every single one of them?
A motion can be made to approve items if you're aye to whatever you're.
Okay, I would like to make a motion to combine items I through BB.
BB.
Did I say that correctly?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll second that.
I guess we need, well,
Okay.
After description.
and I guess, okay, so, all right. I'm good, sorry. So now we can just talk about them all, right?
Yes.
Okay. I don't have any other questions on the job description. I read them all, so
All right.
I'm good, me personally.
Board members, do you have any comments?
No.
All right, the only comment that I have or concern that I have is, can we get for future reference, future board meetings, I just ask that we get all of our job descriptions over a study session so that it's not at.
President Fowler, members of the governing board, that is truly my preference and what I work to commit to. It was quite a curveball to find out that none of our summer school position descriptions have been board approved since the last board approval. And with summer school upon us, it didn't behoove us to hold off on advertising until May in order to get through that April, but absolutely.
All right, thank you for that clarification. Board members, do you have any other additional comments?
No.
All right, so job description from item I to BB. Motion was made by Sandra, second by Mike. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries with 5 votes. Give us a second to go through our pages here.
Page 24.
Thank you. Item CC, approval of ACRFR, 2021 audit. And give me a minute so that he is on the right page. All right, are we all on the right page here? All right, do we have a motion?
Make a motion that we approve the ACFR 2021 audit.
Do we have a second?
Make a second.
Superintendent Anderson, do you have any additional comments?
Just to provide a little insight, this specific item is to approve the audit findings and audit results from the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2021. The salient piece out of the report is that in the auditor's opinion, Page Unified School District number 8 complied in all material respects with the compliance requirements referred to above that could have a direct and material effect on each of its major federal programs. So everything turned out well. Any audit finding that had been identified, and my understanding that it was down significantly from the year prior, all of those audit findings were addressed prior to the close of that audit.
Board members, do you have any additional comments, concerns, questions? No? All right, thank you for that. All in favor, okay, so a motion was made by Sandra, second by Dee. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries with 5 votes. Item DD, approval of 301 plan for fiscal year 2021 through 2022. Do we have a motion for this? I make a motion to approve the 301 plan for fiscal year 2021 through 2022. Is there a second?
I second that.
Superintendent Anderson?
President Fowler, members of the governing board, this work product is a result of a team effort. Dr. Richard, in collaboration with representatives from each of the schools, came together in a very short period of time to develop a plan that should have come to the board earlier in the school year. But we are where we are right now. That plan went, as required by statute, went out for certified staff to vote on. That vote came back nearly unanimous in terms of the plan. The two of the teachers that provided that presentation to the board at our study session, I don't know if they're both here, but are here, and I would like to recognize their work on that as well. But my recommendation is to approve the 301 plan as presented.
Board members, do you have any questions, concerns? No? Motion was made by myself, Desiree, second by Dee. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Did you vote? Yes? Okay. Motion carries with 5 votes. Item 10, future agenda item. Page Unified School District medical benefit package for the 2022 through 2023 school year. And this is just public information, so I'm going to turn the floor to you.
President Fowler, members of the governing board, our benefits advisor has been working with Meritain. They had provided an increase in overall premiums for our health care plan. I don't know fully where that is at. My understanding is prior to coming into here, I've got a meeting on my schedule on Monday to meet with our benefits advisor, and I will bring that to our work study session to share where we are with our health, dental, vision, and other benefits.
Thank you. Board members, do you have any questions? No? All right, moving along to item 11, adjournment. Do we have a motion?
Motion we adjourn.
Second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries, or motion is made by Sandra, second by Chad. Motion carries with 5 votes to adjourn this meeting at 7:36 p.m. I do, dear.